Hello, how are you doing? I'm back. I am back from outer space and relatively glitch free. I'm just going to check something very quickly on my computer here. My sound has okay. Is that better? There we go. Look at that. All right. Can everyone hear me and can everyone see me now? Yes. I thought we were going to have another glitchy stream for a second there, but we're back. We're back. I don't know what happened there. For some reason, just as I went live, my computer decided to change my mic's internal preference to something else. Sarah, Luke, Angie, Reese, Jean, Kona, Owen, Joanna, good to see you all. Lillian, Reese. Did I say your name already? I can't remember. How are we all doing? And look! I don't want to jinx it. But the game is working today. My gosh. What the hell is going on? Well, we went to Japan, so that's my excuse for not being done. But we're really close to the end. So we'll basically we'll probably finish it in the next hour or so, I think. Oh, thanks for the follow there, Joey. Shit's hitting the fan. Did I go to Nintendo World? Yes, I did. It was good fun. My daughter really enjoyed it. My partner couldn't go on any of the rides though because she's pregnant. So that was a bit of a bummer because we bought like a priority pass for all of the rides, which they ended up actually giving us a refund. But a bit of a bummer because pretty much every ride was a no-go. But Harriet got to go on her first roller coaster, which she was pretty excited about. It was actually a pretty intense roller coaster. It was a Griffin. What was it? It was you get to ride Buckbeak, and you get to fly over Hogwarts. So it was actually a pretty intense roller coaster, and she did really well. Yes, Harriet is going to have a sibling. We don't know whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. But it's yep, next February is when the next one will be born. Oh my gosh, I can't believe the stream's actually working today. I feel like I'm going to jinx myself here, but I have no idea. I still don't actually know what happened the other day. These glitches are so strange. Thank you to those who sent me money for a new controller. After my Switch controller and my PlayStation controller both refused to work. I was told that Xbox controllers are the way to go with Steam. And this one so far has basically been glitch-free, so fingers crossed. There's something to do with compatibility issues. Most games tend to revert to the Xbox layout, so even if you have a Switch or a PlayStation controller, you still tend to get prompts for the Xbox controller. That's annoying. Get out of here! Audio is too powerful. Give me 2 seconds. It's very strange because the game audio the other day, I had to turn it up. I will never get streaming. I'm officially an old man. I don't know why these settings change from stream to stream. Is that better? Can you hear me better now? Why aren't you... Get out of here. Alright, there we go. We destroy these things, I'm assuming, and then we... Why aren't you... Harry, what you doing here, mate? What have I got to lift into here? It's not letting me... Why won't you let me... Ah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, there's a baking show with the 2 twins. I'm 26 in your eyes. Well, thank you very much. That's 12 years younger than I actually am, so I will take that. I know. Can you believe Comrade Neville is doing some dirty things? What do you think? Do you think he's full evil, or do you think he's got some ulterior motives? What do you think Comrade Neville's up to? Got some dirty motives. It's a good guess. We'll see what happens. Now, why? What the heck? Why won't you shoot it this time? There we go. Comrade Screech. What, from Saved by the Bell? Yes, Hagrid's hut. We kept our distance, but she was very excited to see all of the Harry Potter stuff. Sadly, She got pretty upset. So there was a few rides that she couldn't go on, and the best Harry Potter ride, which was kind of the fly through Hogwarts ride. I don't know if any of you have been to any of the Universals, but there's essentially a ride where you kind of get on this. You know the kind of roller coasters where the track is above you and your feet kind of hang? So it's kind of one of those roller coasters. And essentially, like, it flies you all the way through Hogwarts. It's kind of a mix of... it's like a mix of VR and realistic sets. It's pretty cool. Oh, you're kidding me, Death Eater. What are you doing to me? Alright, how do we get rid of these shields again? Do we use Reducto? No. How do we get rid of this guy? Or have we just got to time it? I guess we just got to time it. Oh, you idiot. Got in the way, Hermione, you pelican. Right, can I shoot this guy? No, doesn't let me. Come on, just do your thing. Do your thing, get out of the way. Alright, here we go. Why are you doing this to me? Alright, here we go. Oh, there we go. Look at that. The PS4 version of the game. That's weird. You don't think this level was in the PS4 version? This is the Battle of Hogwarts, so... Why are you putting on your invisibility cloak, bro? Alright, we're here. Aw, thanks, mate. I appreciate my TikTok audience. You haven't played through the story in a long time. What do? Do you just go in and do the extra levels? Mate, these Death Eaters are so annoying. They're like mosquitoes. Alright, so we did do a little bit of this last time from memory. So long ago, before I went to Japan, which seems like ages ago. Mainly because I've been sick for about 2.5 weeks, so that kind of feels like I've been trapped in purgatory a bit. Alright, here we go. How did we get past this Joker again? Oh yeah, invisibility cloak, right? And then... what did we do? Then we used this, right? Alright, why aren't you... Ah, here we go. They had to cut this scene from the movie where Harry cuts a musical note out of the wall. J.K. Rowling felt that it ventured too far from the books. Alright, see you later, Noah. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Alright, here we go. Now we need Mr. Weasley. What do we got in here? Stink bombs. Hello, Mr. Alpine. Whereabouts in Germany are you from, mate? Solomon Grundy. You might be right. How's the camera today, by the way? So, the way I believe I have fixed the audio issue is I was simultaneously using a cam link to connect my Blackmagic to my computer whilst using a capture card. And I think both were cancelling each other's audio. So the game, both capture cards were cancelling each other's audio out. So the Blackmagic cameras have just done an update that's allowed me to basically just toggle a switch on board the camera to just use it as a webcam now, which has meant that I don't have to use one of the capture cards anymore. So I feel like it's working better. Could all be in my head, and I could still be on Monday's stream and glitching out, and I'm just trapped there forever. But who knows? All right, we've got to fix Snape's memory. How did we get up here last time? We've got to move this. Okay. Okay, yep. Lumos! There we go, look at that. Did that do anything? Ah, we gotta hang it up here, yeah. So it's the same camera, but it's processing the image differently. No one would really notice unless I told you, but you're getting darker dark spots and brighter bright spots, so there's probably a bit more contrast in the image. It used to look a little bit flat, but that was because it was going through the cam link. Yeah, none of you really care about that, but that's what I did. That's how I changed it. Alright. Now what are we bloody doing here, guys? What? Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go. Come through here. And we need bloody Hermione. Where are you, mate? This is just a dream. I'm trapped forever. Yeah, I think you could be right. Are you back from your trip, Angie? How did your trip go, mate? Yeah, Janet. Well, they just did a remaster. So if you haven't played it in a while, I would suggest jumping on the remaster. This is the old version. This is not the remaster. So, look, it's marginally better graphics, but I have had some issues with these games being quite glitchy. So I would suggest the remaster, because hopefully that means the remaster is a bit less glitchy. There we are. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Alright, Snapey boy. We got to get your memory. What one was that? It was this spell? Or this one, yeah? Ah, so he wants a barrel? Okay. Which barrel, mate? Maybe there's one over here. Just got back from a holiday in France. Awesome. I love France. One of my favorite Christmases ever was my friend and I went over to France, and we actually spent Christmas in the French Alps. And I remember calling my family from the top of a mountain whilst I was on a snowboard. It was pretty sick. Now, I make myself sound awesome there. I was really struggling to snowboard, and I'm pretty sure I fell on my ass several times. So I'm definitely no Shaun White. That's a popular snowboarder, right? That was the game, Shaun White snowboarding on PS2. Maybe that was Shaun White BMX. I don't know. I'm not a sport guy. Clearly. I stood on one. Yeah, exactly. I was in the gift shop saying, hey, is this... Oh, this is a snowboard. This is what this is. Now, where the bloody hell are you, Snape? What barrel are you after, mate? Why can't I pick up any of these barrels? The hell? Guess we're just going to do the standard Lego affair, and that is when you don't know how to do something, just blow everything up. Maybe this needs filling up. Here we go. No, that did fuck all. About this. Oh, there is a Lumos here that we need. Let's check this out. Oh, look at this. All right. Okay. Now, I can't seem to shoot this, so I think we need to get Ron, and we need to steal the light somehow. With the Deluminator. Alright, now where is... There we go, we got that one. Here we go. I feel like we're doing something. Oh, look at that. What do we got here? Okay. Where does this go? Alright. What the heck? Why? Has it got to go at the top? What? Why won't you let me attach this thing? Ah, there we go. Man, the controls in this game are very temperamental. Alright, here we go. Here we go. What do we do now? We wind this thing and we're going to blow up this fish. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brandon. What do you do for work, mate? Can I turn off the accent, please? As in my accent? I'm afraid that's not possible, mate. Ah. Where did you go to indoor skydiving in Melbourne? I didn't even know we had a place like that here. Here we go. Greenhouse farming. Wow. That is a unique job. Oh, wow. I mean, Snape probably deserved that. fly. Okay, I'll look it up. Thanks for the rec. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that your girlfriend is in hospital. You should go see her. My gosh, I'm still coughing up my lungs. This sickness will not leave me. Do you know what happened to her? What's happened?
Huh?
That's good. Well, I hope she recovers soon, and I hope you two are alright. That's not a fun thing to go through. Car crash, Jesus. Not quite Lego Star Wars, although we will play them at some point.
Huh?
Well, keep us updated there as well. I hope everything goes all right. That's it's nothing worse than having a loved one in a situation when you can't immediately help them. You feel so helpless. It's always good to see everyone in the comments supporting each other. I think that's one of the things I love about this community the most. Yeah, we're there for each other, which is great. Yeah, Snape does look a bit like Anakin in this game, you're right. Alright, I feel like we're getting pretty close here, guys. Hi, Atheist Fish, how you doing? Akash, thank you very much. Oh, we can ride these guys. Jeez, alright. Red Line, how you doing? Yeah, I probably will do a playthrough on Hogwarts Legacy. Did everyone see that they've announced the sequel officially? And it does sound like it might actually be what I thought it is. So, for those who don't know and hasn't been keeping abreast of the news, the game development team are apparently coordinating with the story team on the HBO series, which leads me to believe that yeah, we might be seeing a Hogwarts Legacy with Harry Potter as the main character, which is what we all wanted, really. I would have loved to just play through the 7 books in Hogwarts Legacy style. But it might not be that, so there is still chance that that's not what it's going to be. It may just be the fact that they're working on a timeline that is close to the books, but not directly overlapping. So we may get to see Voldemort's Rise Tower, We may get to play as the original Marauders, the original Order of the Phoenix. It will be interesting to see where they go, but I would be happy with any of those things. I will definitely keep doing Aussie Hogwarts when the new series comes out. I mean, if you guys still watch them, that is. Like, you know. I'm only going to make videos if you guys watch them. The unfortunate thing about keeping up with algorithms is you go on holiday and your views just tank. So we're in a bit of a view pitfall at the moment. So if you can help a brother out and go and leave comments and like every video, watch them all the way through, would be appreciated. Should bounce back in no time. Favorite book? I'm going to do a ranking soon. I'll probably do a ranking of the games, the books, and the movies separately. Oh, thanks, Fireblades. Appreciate that super. Yeah, my favorite book is Azkaban, for sure. I just think it's the perfect balance. Sorry, my dog wanted to go outside. Yeah, it's just the perfect balance of the darker, later Harry Potter books and the fun and silliness of the original ones. Thanks, Caleb. I appreciate you, Fireblades. You've been a supporter for a long time. You think the best book is The Half-Blood Prince? It's definitely a good book. Where would that be in my ranking? It wouldn't be one of my top 3, but I think it has a lot of memorable moments in it, and I think Harry and Dumbledore getting to spend a lot more time together in that book feels... it's a bit of a relief after so many books of them kind of just missing each other. But obviously, very memorable ending. Order of the Phoenix. Yeah, interesting. That's probably my least favorite book, and I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong. I just think Order of the Phoenix, the book, if you're a fan of J.K. Rowling as a writer, you will know that her books have gotten longer and longer and longer, and that's because no one edits her anymore. I think Order of the Phoenix is a little bit guilty of needing a bit of a haircut. It's a little bit too long, but the highlights of that book are amazing. You know, obviously the Ministry at the end and the big fight between Dumbledore and Voldemort. It's all pretty amazing stuff. It's actually one of the few where I think the movie did a good job of cutting out a lot of the fat. So it's probably one of the ones where I would say the movie is as good as, if not slightly better than the book. But I wouldn't say that for any of the other films. I'm allowed to say I'm right and they're wrong. I mean, look, my opinion is not the be-all and end-all, but I appreciate that. I like that we're getting to play as Neville here. That's fun. Get out of here, son. Alright, what are we doing here, guys? I guess we've got to get this out. Okay. Hermione, let's get Crookshanks happening. What are you doing, Hermione? Just pull out Crookshanks. You guys don't remember Crookshanks playing such a pivotal role in the Battle of Hogwarts? Is this honestly all it is? I'm just gonna get 1 of 3, 2 of 3. Like... bullshit. I guess we've just got to remove this. I'm assuming this is where we've got to go. Alright. Ah, there we go. Grab that. Whack it in there. Alright. Where else are we? What else have we got here? Get out of here, son. There's got to be something around here. Hermione, I need Crookshanks. Oh, mate. This Death Eater's a bastard. They're killing a cat. Although Ron's probably secretly happy. Oh man, these Death Eaters are so annoying, eh? Alright, here we go. We're good. We're good. Well, that did precisely fuck all. Alright. Okay. Alright, we got another piece. Ah! George Lucas is doing some Star Wars films. What? I have not heard of this. Please enlighten me as to what's going on. I know I was talking to a friend about this yesterday. Obviously, whatever legal muzzle they had on George Lucas with the payout, or with the buyout of Star Wars has lapsed, because he's sort of come out as a big, what would you call it? Hater of the new trilogy. He's been going on and on and on about how they fucked his franchise. I mean, George, you did sell it to Disney for billions of dollars. Kinda on you, mate, but you're allowed to not like what they did as well. Alright, here we go. How the fuck do we do this? Maybe we've got to blow this out. Nope. Let's kill this guy with water. Ha! Suck it. Alright, let's see what we do with these. Alright, that did fuck all. I feel like we need the Weasley Wizard Wheezes box, which is over there. I'm not quite sure how to activate it, so let's see how we go here. Man, these Death Eaters are pissing me off. They're really inconsequential. You don't really need to interact with them at all. So we need that. Is it the Weasley Wizard Wheezes box, or is it the... No, it's the Quibbler box. How do we get that, though? I feel like I don't have dark magic. Spider! Where are you, Spider? Can we wake this guy up? No. Yeah, we need dark magic to get half of this crap. Ah, here we go. Well, that was easy. That was, makes me look like a fool. Yeah, I get what you're saying about the Death Eaters. Yeah, Lupin is one of my favorite characters for that reason. He's the dad Harry never had. Sirius is great, but he's pretty irresponsible. Hi Jake, how you doing? You miss which old videos, Samsung? What you were referring to there, mate? All right. Are we going to get to play as Molly and kill Bellatrix? Is that what's going to happen here? Oh, the ones where I roast Malfoy? I just released Season 2 of that style of video, mate. You can go and watch it. Where does this go? Up here. Alright, we got that. Ah! That was stupid. Love killing these guys just with water. It's the most humiliating death. Okay, she can't open it. Maybe old mate can. Nope. These guys really get on your nerves there. I think it's because then there's no real particular skill to actually get rid of them. They're kind of just obstacles in your way. Alright, what are we doing here? We lift this one up. Alright. Okay. Alright, there we go. Here we are. Oh, Harry and Voldemort having a bit of a hug. Alright. Organization 13, mate. I think that's a reference that I don't get. What are we on about there? Not even playing as Molly Weasley here. Kind of breaking the canon here a little bit. Molly's just kicking back. Kingdom of Hearts. See, that is a game I've never played. And I know, I'm not a real gamer. It's just one of those ones I missed. I've always wanted to play it, and I know I would like it. Yeah. Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. Do you think Luna was supposed to die? Well, who was it telling me on a previous stream that was supposed to be Ron who died in Goblet of Fire, and not Cedric. Because JK was in a dark place when she wrote the book, and yeah, apparently she was going to kill Ron. Which I think makes a lot more sense. I actually think it would have been a better book. Ron really doesn't contribute much. I know there's a lot of Ron lovers out there, but he doesn't do a lot, does he? Most of the hard yards are done by Hermione and Harry. Noxwave, how you doing, mate? Yeah, she does look a little bit like a Girl Scout. Arthur was meant to die in the Order of the Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't surprise me. She's definitely not shy about killing characters, is she? So many characters just die off screen in the Battle of Hogwarts. The 7th book, she just goes all out. Get out of here, son. Alright, we got to get her again. Maybe I've only got to do this with Molly. Here we go. You like the Voldemort variants video? Thanks, mate. That was a fun one to make. I've clearly got like a thing where I like to turn bad guys into good guys. It's a bit of my naive optimism, but the villain turned hero arc it's just one of my favorite arcs in pretty much every. It's big in anime. Like pretty much every one of my favorite animes has a villain turned hero arc. I just love it. It's so addictive. Do I think... Yeah, no, I definitely think Hermione should have ended up with Harry. They make a lot more sense as a couple. Ron is pretty much emotionally abusive to Hermione for the whole series. Ah, thanks, Yona. I appreciate that, mate. I find you to be fantastic. Here we go. Get out of here, son. Jesus. How the hell do I kill this thing? Alright. Do I have to freeze it with one of the other ones, or... What's the, Well, this guy's got something. Alright, he's not gonna die. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that's how we're gonna beat him. We've got to get the occasional spider. And then I'm assuming Neville gets to land the killing blow with old Godric Gryffindor's metal penis. Alright. Get over, mate. Nah, see, he's not ready yet. Jesus Christ. No, that's not Dementor. Who's got the Dementor spells at? Ah! Jesus Christ, they're really not We're really not being shy here about throwing everything at us. Fuck, no. What the hell? Oh, here we go. Chop the bloody head off. There we are. Thanks, Mario. What happens if you try to attack Voldemort with the sword? That's a good question. I feel like it should kill him. This, Specto Patronum is so inaccurate. Alright, here we go. I mean, isn't my series technically a what if series? It would be fun though. Ah! Alright, we're back. Harry, mate, why is your spell red? It's gone to the dark side. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, my what if series for Game of Thrones would just be what if George R.R. Martin actually just finished the books. That would be great. That would be fun. I also just like, what the fuck happened with season 2 of House of the Dragon? Like, season 1 was pretty damn good. I don't know what happened. I know one of the core creatives left after season 1, and I think he must have been holding up a lot of the quality, because fuck. You took the most interesting character in Daemon and you put him on a side quest for the whole series, who does nothing but run around the castle and hallucinate. Guys, we just killed Voldemort, by the way. I just did it so casually that kind of half realized I didn't even do it. Well, the problem with season 2 of House of the Dragons, it didn't actually go anywhere, did it? Like, it felt like that season finale was a mid-season finale. Had there been 2 more episodes after that, and it actually had a build to something, I would have felt a lot better about season 2. Guys, we bloody did it. It only took us 1 billion streams, but we beat years 1 to 7. Lego Harry Potter. How do we all feel? Do we feel good? We did it. Congratulations. Oh, thanks, Mario. I appreciate you, mate. Drinks on you. Sick. Where are we going? Although I'm on antibiotics, I can't drink. I'll have to have a butterbeer, which is... could be alcoholic. No one really knows. Oh, thank you for existing, Saya. Is that how you say your name, mate? Because we've been talking for a while. I actually have never said your name out loud. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate those 100 points. Look at that. We bloody did it. How are we doing on time here? All right. It's only 9 o'clock. We can play for a while. Now let's bloody get another game happening. How's that sound? Let's try and play Lego Lord of the Rings again. But we'll see. It may do me in, but let's give it a go. You think butterbeer is disgusting? I like it. I haven't had it in about, oh man, I reckon 13 years or so. So I remember liking it. Yeah, if Lego Lord of the Rings doesn't work, we'll play Alien Isolation again. I know that definitely works. So. We're looking good so far. It's paired to my controller, which is a step up from last time. You want the Draco laugh? Well, I don't think I can even have butterbeer anymore. I'm one of those annoying vegan people, so I don't have dairy. So I don't know if there's a non-dairy version of butterbeer. I'm guessing probably not. It's not a very large audience to be serving. Guys, feel like it's working. Now let's cross our fingers here.
3 were given to the elves, immortal, wisest and fairest of all beings.
And Mario, I see all your compliments there. I appreciate
7
that, mate.
to the dwarf lords, great miners and craftsmen of the mountain halls.
RetroArch on Steam. Yeah, RetroArch is great. I emulate through my Mac, so I use DuckStation for PS1 games.
For within these rings was bound the strength
Oh my
and
God.
will to govern each race.
This chest infection will not go away.
They were all of them deceived, for another ring was
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the only place you can get butterbeer. I know there's like unofficial places to get butterbeer, but I think the only place to get an official butterbeer is at a Universal. So we didn't get a chance to get, so Universal in Japan has these really annoying tickets. So
but there was some.
You buy a ticket, and then because the crowds are so bad, you have to get these timed area tickets or fast passes. And the fast passes, the timing on the windows is so small that you essentially just kind of running around the park from ride to ride. You don't really get to just sit in an area and relax. So we went to go and get a butterbeer, but the line for a butterbeer, just for a drink in Japan, was 90 minutes just for a drink. So we were just like, nah, fuck that. It's not worth it. Okay, guys. I'm not going to jinx myself again, but I feel like it's working. We could be okay here. Now, apologies to those who watched a little bit of this game the other day. We are repeating ourselves here a little bit, but we only really got to the second part before it glitched out, so... I'm going to turn the game audio down. Actually, I'm not going to fucking touch it, unless you guys tell me. Yeah, it's very sweet. But I have a sweet tooth, so that doesn't bother me one bit. I tell you what, these games are so much more responsive playing with an Xbox controller. I feel like Steam and Microsoft just have a thing going on because the other controllers worked, but the one-to-one ratio of your movements, it just feels like it's mapped so much better to the Xbox controller. Alright, is that... No, we need one more and then we're good. Let's just appreciate the scale of this level though, it's so cool. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. I think they may have actually been making each beer individually. I think you're right, Ange. Okay. Oh no, we need this guy. Other guy. Man, both your icons look pretty fucking similar. Here we go.
Victory was near.
See you later, Freddy. Oh, my breakfast is coming back. I think had they not made the Hobbits, and had they not made Rings of Power,
But the power of the ring.
the Lord of the Rings probably would have gone down as the most consistent and best trilogy ever made. Now, if you treat it as its own trilogy, I'd probably say it still is the best trilogy ever made. I know that's sacrilege to Star Wars fans, but I don't think even the original trilogy of Star Wars is as consistent as these three films. Save statues, interesting. Maybe we need this guy again with his giant sword. Alright, stuck. The hell? Who do we need? How do I... What the hell? I swear I did this last time. Alright, maybe it's him we need. Nope, not working. What are we doing here, people? How do I... That work? I swear we did this last time, didn't we? Why won't you let me... Maybe it's this guy. What the hell? Yeah, the one with the sword. That's what I thought. Why? I feel like this worked last time. Are we... What's happening here? Alright, let's just move over here and see if he just pulls himself out of the ground. I feel like he might have gotten himself in a scenario where we can't actually attack his sword. What the hell is happening here? Guys, help me out. What is going on here? I'm just going to collect these bricks. He swung his mace out of bounds. That's what I thought. So, I don't actually know how to fix this, guys. Guys, do I just attract game glitches? Because this is just absurd at this point. Mate, what have you done to me? And you don't... No one fears you anymore. Do I just need to, like, self-immolate here to reset this section? So annoying. Guys, Lego games, I like you, but you really test my patience sometimes with these glitches. You guys all saw this. This was not my fault, this glitch. Is there any way to, like, get these guys out of the way? Man, you are an absolute turkey. You've done us in here, mate. Alright, I'm gonna just try and die. Oh, mate. Should have used that save statue, shouldn't I? Lego games, you test my patience. We're gonna have to watch that whole bloody intro again, aren't we? Yeah, Christopher Lee died. So sad. Quite some time ago, but apparently he went out. The last thing he wanted to do was
began with the forging of the great rings. 3 were given to the elves.
The last thing he wanted to do was watch Lord of the Rings. Apparently he was a huge Lord of the Rings fan before he even got cast. So he was just frothing it that he got to act in that series.
And 9 rings were gifted to the race.
The other night I couldn't sleep
who above all else
because I was coughing so much. Has anyone had a cough that bad that you can't sleep? And I like pulled muscles all in my back because I was just coughing all night. Maybe that's just me being old.
In the land of Mordor, in the fires of Mount Doom, the Dark Lord Sauron forged in secret a master ring to control all others.
Had to sleep sitting up, Jesus. I think I only ever do that on a plane.
But there were some who resisted.
Guys, I've got a bit of deja vu here. I feel like we've done this before.
Elves marched against the armies of Mordor, and on the slopes of Mount Doom, they fought for the freedom of Middle-earth.
Yeah, it is Lord of the Rings now. I should probably update, the stream info. We finished Harry Potter, so we're just gonna hang out and play Lord of the Rings for a little while. This is the first time you've seen me. Okay, well, no, I won't spoil anything for you, Angie. But I warn, this may feel familiar. Now, if he does this again, I'm rage quitting. I'm sorry, guys. I will rage quit if he swings his mace out of bounds and I can't touch it again. Yeah, I did. But then the game glitched. And then it glitched again. We've actually played it 3 times now. We'll get there. This is Lord of the Rings, you are right. We finished Harry Potter, so we're just hanging out and playing Lord of the Rings now. If you want to see the Harry Potter section, you can rewind the stream. Yeah, I have thought of playing Lego Star Wars. I don't have it, though. So I'll have to buy them at some point. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier on in the stream. Hogwarts Legacy 2 is on the way. Yeah, I feel like I'll probably do another playthrough of that game on stream. We've still got a few more of the older Harry Potter games to play through.
Victory was near.
One Lego game to glitch them all. Yeah, you are correct, mate.
But the power
Still hasn't quite
cannot be undone.
still hasn't quite got the glitches of Lego Harry Potter, but if it glitches one more time, I reckon it's in the lead. I did in my original playthrough. I did make him look like Baza. Oh, here we go. Look, I've saved. So if he glitches this time, at least we only have to start from there. Alright, mate, I'm staying well and truly clear of the edge of the map. Here we go. Ah, look at this. My gosh, how easy is that? What do you mean you can't get Lego Lord of the Rings? As in you can't buy the actual product? These games are available. They might not be on Steam. I bought these ones on it's like a Steam rival. It's called GOG. Is that what it's called? It's owned by Amazon. Ah, what the hell? Oh no. Is this another glitch? Alright, hang on. Here we go. Oh, you turkey. Alright, here we go. We're good, we're good. Could I imagine if the story... What was really weird is, I watched the Lord of the Rings get used by both sides of, the election. So, like, I watched people who are left-leaning, sharing that Gandalf quote. And I watch people who were right-leaning comparing the Amish people to the Ents and saving the day. Like, it was so weird that this franchise was being used by both sides of people in the election to meme each other. I was like, why is Lord of the Rings trending at the moment?
It was in this moment that Isildur, son of the king,
Alright, we got past that bit. I'm currently working on the recaps. The third one has taken so long because the second one got demonetized. Well, it got copyright strike. So I'm being very cautious with it because, believe it or not, making a 50-minute video takes a long time. It's a 40-page script. I have to write, what, there's 10, 15 jokes per page. You do the math. It takes me a long time. And then I have to record it. Then I have to edit it. And yeah, so to have that demonetized and copyright strike was actually really gutting. So the next one, it's not going to have footage, but it will have like kind of like moving images to kind of get around it. So hopefully people like it, even with without that. I think it's still the same thing. It just doesn't have the little movie clips. Tolkien was a soldier in World War II. You're right. They are very much metaphors for a lot of the stuff that happened to him. Although apparently he doesn't like metaphors. So maybe they're not. Yeah, like he was it Frank Herbert, the guy who wrote Dune? Sent Tolkien a copy of his book, and Tolkien gave him a spraying. He hated it. He didn't think people would like it. I think because Tolkien's books are, even though they do have dark stuff in them, they are ultimately optimistic books, whereas minor spoilers for Dune, but if you've read the books, Paul Atreides is not a good guy. That's kind of the idea. He's not a bad guy either, he's complex, but the whole point of the Paul Atreides character is kind of about how power can corrupt people, and even noble people, when they get unbridled power, can become tyrants. That's kind of his arc. I don't think that's a spoiler, because if you watch the end of the second movie, you get that. I haven't seen the Tolkien biopic with Nicholas Hoult. Was it any good? I do like Nicholas Hoult. Yeah, interesting. There we go. I definitely do plan to do more Lord of the Rings content, yeah. I am a big fan of Lord of the Rings. It's, criminally underrated in my, content. I'd say I'm probably as big a Lord of the Rings fan as I am a Star Wars fan. It didn't used to be that way. I was the biggest Star Wars fan, but, I feel like, unfortunately, Disney has kind of tarnished the legacy of Star Wars now. We've just gotten so much Star Wars that I'm kind of a little bit sick of it, really, unfortunately. If it had just been the prequels and the original trilogy, I would say I'd probably still be a bigger Star Wars fan. That being said, though, like, not all the new movies were bad. And it's mainly the TV stuff. I thought the first season of Mandalorian was really good, but the show became increasingly less about the Mandalorian and more about other characters and became less interesting. The Obi-Wan show, I know the guy, well, I don't know him, I think I've said this on a previous stream, but I've met him, the guy who wrote the original treatment, for the Obi-Wan. It was supposed to be a movie or 3 movies, and then they turned it into a series, and you can just tell the whole thing's padded. Stuff happens that doesn't make sense. They changed a bunch of his work. I feel like the Obi-Wan show could have been amazing because everyone loved Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. I think that's one of the things that even prequels haters can admit, that he was a great Obi-Wan. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people don't like the new Doctor Who. I only really watched the classic, and then I watched Eccleston,
and some things that should not have been forgotten.
Matt Smith, and what's his name? David Tennant. Those are the only ones I watched.
For
After that, I kind of got over it.
The ring passed out of all knowledge. Until
you can do a decent Gollum impression.
Came to the creature Gollum,
send me a voice message and
of the misty mountains.
show me. I'm always keen to hear people's impressions.
For 500 years it poisoned his mind. But something happened then the ring did not intend. It was picked up by the most unlikely creature imaginable.
Yeah, I've heard Peter Capaldi season wasn't bad.
Bilbo Baggins of the Shire.
He's just a funny actor in general. I can definitely see him being a good Doctor. To be honest with you, I don't think any of the actors they've picked have been bad. I think it's more... And I'm not a big Doctor Who fan, so, you know, take my opinion with a grain of salt. But I don't think it's any of the actors' faults, because I actually think Jodie Whittaker is a really brilliant actress. It's just what I saw of her season just looked pretty average. You know, it just didn't look that great. Would I use cheat codes? I don't tend to use cheat codes, if I'm honest with you. I used some cheat codes back in the day when I was growing up, like, to show how old I am, but like, Age of Empires, you could use this cheat code where you could basically get like a, what was it? It was like a BMW with a guy with a rocket launcher hanging out the top. Yeah. My favorite franchise is Harry Potter my favorite franchise? That's a great question. It's definitely up there. It's probably the one I interact with the most, just through my work. I would say it's between that and... I mean, there's so many things I love. that I don't interact with as much. The Simpsons is one of my favorite things of all time. It's not really something you can make funny content out of, just because it's already a comedy. The Simpsons is probably my favorite franchise of all time. But if we're talking about movie franchises, yeah, Harry Potter would probably have to be it. If not Lord of the Rings. Actually, no, I lie. Back to the Future. I've watched those movies so many times. Yeah, the Back to the Future trilogy is probably my most watched trilogy.
So you mean to go through with your plan, then?
Yes.
Yeah, The Simpsons is great. I mean, obviously, and I'm not like, I don't want to like, it's been drummed on a million times, but the new seasons, they're just not it for me. I probably dipped out around season 15.
What about this ring?
I think probably season 10 is what I would say is the last classic season.
You're right, Gandalf. The ring must
Because
go
like
further.
seasons 3 through 9, I would say the majority of the episodes are really great. You occasionally got a dud. And even the duds weren't that bad in those seasons. Whereas season 10, I remember that being the first season, and I was like, I feel like there were just as many average episodes as there were good episodes. And then every season after that, it kind of got worse and worse. But Al Jean, a lot of people blame him. He was the guy who took over as the showrunner after season 10. And you can notice a tonal difference in The Simpsons because Al Jean is obviously more cartoonish in his humor and his sensibilities. So Homer becomes a lot more ridiculous. You start to get... Whereas it was more of a animated sitcom, like you would break reality a bit, but largely you wouldn't get too many cartoony sequences where Homer would be... There's a lot more slapstick after Al Jean took over. But yeah, that's my Simpsons rant.
Forged by the Dark Lord Sauron. Sauron needs...
Does look like Dumbledore, you're not wrong.
Cover all the lands of a second darkness. Frodo, you must never find it.
If I can meet one of the Simpsons actors, probably my favorite Simpsons actors is Harry Shearer. He does a lot of my favorite characters. But Hank Azaria, the actor who I think is still crushing it is Yeardley Smith. Or Hank Azaria, Harry Shearer, they're still doing good work, but I feel like they're kind of just going through the motions in their acting, whereas Yeardley Smith, her characters, even in shows like Disenchanted, her lines still get a big laugh from me. She's still got it. She's really funny. Favorite Simpsons episode. So it's interesting. So it changes over time. I don't want to harp on about veganism and vegetarianism too much because I don't want to be one of those guys. But Lisa the Vegetarian was obviously very influential on me growing up. It was probably the first time I'd ever heard vegetarianism discussed. In the 90s, it wasn't really a big thing. Finding a vegetarian option in a restaurant in the 90s, pretty hard. So The Simpsons discussing it back then was actually a pretty big deal. So that was like influential. It's not the funniest episode, so I wouldn't say it's my favorite. In terms of sheer laughs, I think the 2 episodes that start season 5, I think it's Homer Goes to College. No, I don't think... I think season 5 starts really strong. I believe it's Homer Goes to College, Homer the Barbershop Quartet, and Cape Fear, which is kind of the first episode that they turned Sideshow Bob into like a full villain. They kind of mimic a movie called Cape Fear, and that episode is just so funny. But Homer Goes to College is probably my all-time favorite episode. I think it's the one that makes me laugh out loud the most. Any of the Conan, the ones that Conan O'Brien wrote or was a primary writer on, I find that those ones are just so funny. There's just too many good ones to pick from. Obviously, the Scorpio episode's really good. Lemon of Troy. What else? I mean, another one that, as a dad, I really love is Maggie Makes 3. The bit where you cut to the sign at the end and he's got Do It For Her with the little Maggie pictures on it. Gets me every time. Alright, where are we supposed to bloody go here? It's kind of cool that they've made all of Hobbiton. Is it called Hobbiton? It is Hobbiton, isn't it? Oh, Bard of Darkness is a great one. That's, Bard of Darkness. Now, man, I could be mixing up my episodes there, but that's the one where Bart loses his soul, is that right? Because that one is fucking funny. I need a soul at Millhouse. Any soul. Your soul. Millhouse, give him back his soul. I've got work tomorrow. Yeah, we finished Harry Potter, mate. We're just having a cash play of Lord of the Rings now. Oh, there's a little arrow pointing where to go. What an absolute pelican. I was just saying earlier on in the stream, I am working on it. I've written... Look, I plan to have it out this week, but I've been sick. I couldn't get it done this week. And it wouldn't have been as good. So the goal is next weekend. We'll do a bit of a live. Hopefully we can all hang out. Watch it together. Have a bit of a laugh. I might even have a beer and get in the chat with you all. Yeah, should be fun. I think it's... So far, it's a funnier script than the previous two. But we'll see.
Ooh, that was close. I think I've broken something.
Oh, but yeah. No, that's a great episode. The one that's basically parody of that Hitchcock film. Is it Rear Window? Is that what the Hitchcock film is called? Yeah, that's a great episode. And thank you, Angie. I can do a bunch of Simpsons voices decently well. It's kind of how I started doing voice acting. I realized I could imitate a bunch of characters from The Simpsons and Family Guy, and I kind of made a bunch of people laugh doing that. So I just kind of learnt how to do more voices. It was kind of my party trick. Dumbledore or Gandalf? I think Gandalf, easy. If you look at Gandalf, he could basically take on a whole army. He can take on a whole army with pretty much the swipe of a staff. So I actually don't think it would be and if I understand the text correctly, Gandalf the White was basically chosen by God to come back to Earth and battle Sauron. So he's kind of got the power of God on his side. So yeah, it's I don't think it would be a fair fight. Because Dumbledore gets killed by Draco Malfoy. You know, bit embarrassing, really. Sam can dig using his spade. The Simpsons predicted everything. Has anyone seen that South Park episode where Simpsons did it, where they keep trying to make, because Matt and Trey were basically trying to write South Park episodes, and because Simpsons had been going for what, like 15 seasons at that point, it was so hard for them to come up with an episode of South Park that didn't sound similar to a Simpsons episode. So it was just they just had an episode where the town becomes Springfield. It's a pretty funny episode. Yeah, Draco disarmed Dumbledore. You're correct. Snape was the one who killed him. But yeah. It was Draco who kind of snuck into the castle, got all the Death Eaters in. Yeah. But you are correct. Do I jump down now? Well, I know the latest season kind of had a joke episode about the show finally ending. It's kind of like a clip show. I think it will end, but sadly I don't think it will be a what you would call a redemption or a satisfying ending.
The hour grows late.
It's just been going for too long, and even the Simpsons fans that love the Simpsons kind of don't really care about it anymore. Myself included. I'm a massive Simpsons fan. There was a period of time, probably from 18, no, probably earlier than that. I would say 16 through to maybe 21. I had a TV in my room, and I had the box sets of The Simpsons.
I have seen it.
I would just fall asleep listening to / watching The Simpsons every night. It was always on in the background. It was just, it gave me comfort. So I was pretty obsessed. I was pretty obsessed with Seinfeld as well. That was another show. I probably rewatch all 9 seasons of Seinfeld maybe once every year or every couple of years. I don't think Seinfeld has aged as well as The Simpsons, personally. Seinfeld I still enjoy a lot, but I see a lot of younger people being like, I don't even get any of these references. Whereas I feel like The Simpsons, when they made references, at least in the original seasons, the jokes were funny, even into themselves, because that they made them funny, right? Whereas the new episodes kind of rely on you getting the references. It's very much like Family Guy. Like, a lot of Family Guy hasn't aged very well. Like, if you don't get the reference, it's kind of not funny sometimes. But I think the original Simpsons were the masters of making a reference, but the scene still being really funny, even if you didn't get the reference. That being said, though, the first 4 seasons of Family Guy, that show made me laugh out loud so much. I'm still a big fan of Seth MacFarlane. I quite like the Orville. I think the Ted movies are hilarious. I actually quite like the Ted series as well. It's not as good as the movies, but I think they did a good job at turning it into a show. I'm not sure about that kid's Mark Wahlberg accent. It's pretty bad. But yeah, once you get over that, it's a good show. Star Trek, yeah. Star Trek's great. I'm a Next Generation guy. I am ashamed to admit I haven't watched much of the original series. I've watched the movies with the original cast. They're all good. Yeah. I think I prefer the Next Generation. What else? Star Trek. I like the J.J. Abrams movies. I know a lot of people don't. I even like Star Trek Into Darkness. I think they messed up a bit with the Khan thing, but I still think that movie's damn good. I think the third one that was directed by Justin Lin, was it Justin Lin? He did Fast and Furious. That one's not as good. But if they made another Star Trek movie with that cast, I'd watch it. Well, so many of the, so much technology from Star Trek has been I was talking to someone about this in the DMs the other day. Science fiction, you could make an argument either way. Some classic science fiction, like Star Trek, did it predict the future or did it influence the future? So there are a lot of prominent scientists working on technology that they said was directly influenced by Star Trek. So you go, okay, science fiction might actually play a part in just influencing the course of science. Whoops, Sam just punched Frodo, or Pippin just punched Frodo. Maybe Sam has to do this? Oh, I still need one more piece. Here we go. There we go. No. Oh, we still need one more piece. Sorry that I'm coughing my guts up. I can't help it. Oh, hell yeah, Owen. Good job, man. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate the long-term support. All of you members have allowed me to hire my editor, who's been helping a lot. And yeah, it's allowed me to not be so much of a workaholic. I do get more time with my daughter and stuff now, so all of your donations help make more content and help support the family. So yeah, you guys are all appreciated. Owen, you're very nice. Any support is very much appreciated. So, if only support with what you can afford. Oh, I gotta throw it out this time. There we go. Red Line, how you doing there, mate? Francis, you've never watched Star Trek. I would say Next Generation is the best. If you can't handle stuff that's a bit dated, you may not like it. Star Trek Next Generation, I would say it takes about a season to really find its footing. But once it does, it's probably some of the best sci-fi you'll watch. What am I supposed to do here? Well, to be honest with you, Angie, you're better off watching it on the DVDs anyways. They've censored so much of the Simpsons now. Or if you do watch it on Disney Plus, make sure that you've got the box ticked that puts it in its original aspect ratio. So they've got a version where it's kind of cleaned up and it's made widescreen, but you there's so many jokes that you actually miss out on some of the visuals of the joke because the widescreen's kind of like cropped out crucial information. So that is my preferred way to watch it. I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to do here. Have I got to find another fish, do I? Yeah, I tried going across. He's still there. I feel like this... Ah, idiot. I've got to go through here. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, there's certain episodes that they just don't play anymore, and I mean, it was just slowly censored throughout the years. But yeah, you watch the Disney versions, and there's so many jokes that you'll start quoting it as you're watching it, and you'll just realize they're not there anymore because they've gotten rid of them. I do feel like that, like, I don't think the Simpsons movie is bad, but I also feel like it was a little bit too late. My dream Simpsons movie, I feel that it should have been either the villain was Scorpio or Sideshow Bob. Those would have been the two obvious picks. I feel like they missed the boat there. But the Simpsons movie was okay. Nowhere near as good as the South Park movie. That movie is probably one of my favorite movie-going experiences ever. I don't think I've laughed so much in the cinema. Lubbo's outrunning a horse as a hobbit. I feel like I'm playing Crash Bandicoot right now. Yeah, the DVD commentaries are some of the best DVD commentaries going around. The South Park game, which one? There's like 5. There's lots. Are you talking about Stick of Truth?
The Brandywine Bridge. 20 miles.
Fractured Butthole? Is that the second one? And then there was the new one, Snow Day, that I don't think many people liked. My chat is not updating here, but Alistair, thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words there. Yeah, I try to be a good dad. It's my primary focus. Yeah, I love being a dad. It's something I wish I could impart, particularly onto more men. Because I feel like there is a lot of resistance. There was a lot of resistance from me being a dad to wanting to have kids. I did a bit of internal soul searching before deciding to have a kid. And I realized that a lot of my fears in having a kid was actually me actually worrying about whether I would be a good dad or not. And one of the things I've noticed, at least in my friends, and this is kind of anecdotal evidence, so take it as you will, but like the people who worried the most about whether they would be good parents are actually some of the better parents. Because if you think about it, you're actually worrying about the kid before they're even born. You're worrying about being a good parent. And I think a lot of people they never jump past that worry, and they never bite the bullet and just do it. So, yeah, if you ever get the chance to be a parent, and I'm not saying everyone has to be a parent, because I don't think everyone wants to be or is a parent, but if it's something that you're debating with internally and you're worried that you won't be a good parent, chances are you're probably going to be a pretty good parent.
You look like a helpful sort. Fancy making me a mithril trowel to replace my tatty old one? For your trouble, I'll let you in on a secret to help you seek out other quests.
Find a girlfriend, you're now 31. It's not too late, mate. You're lucky that you're a guy. We don't have the biological urgency
You look like a helpful sort.
that
Fancy
females
making
have.
me a mithril trowel to replace my tatty old one?
So
For your trouble, I'll let you in on a secret
just
to help you seek out
just
other
don't
quests.
destroy your sperm in the next 20 years, and you could still be a dad. I didn't have my daughter till I was 35, so yeah, never too late. Yeah, it's definitely a big decision, and like I said, it's not for everyone. So I don't. There are a lot of parents that I feel like once they become a parent, it's almost like they're part of a cult, and they need to recruit as many members as possible. I'm not like that. I don't think everyone is destined to be a parent. My main point is that if you are worrying about whether you would be a good parent and you're indecisive, I would say chances are you're probably going to be a pretty good parent. But I also do think there's such a thing as having kids too early. There's benefits to having them when you're young, particularly the late nights. The late nights are really hard. But you're obviously not as mentally mature, and you might not keep your cool in ways that you might when you're a bit older, because it'll test you. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing at this forge? Tixby, how you doing, mate? Yeah. Well, there's definitely there is definitely some parents out there that should not have been parents, and I feel sorry for their kids. So that is why I'm not one of these people that's like, yeah, everyone should have kids.
Bless me, thank you.
I just don't think that's true. No, we finished Lego Harry Potter, mate. We're actually just playing Lego Lord of the Rings now.
Masters, what can I do for you?
We're friends of Gandalf the Grey. Can you tell him we've arrived?
Gandalf? Not seen him for 6 months.
Thank Bez.
What do we do now?
But you can go back, you can rewind, you can watch the end of Harry Potter if you like.
What's that?
Something for the road.
It does look like Hogsmeade.
I can get you one.
Playing this really just makes me want to rewatch these movies. I feel like it's foolish, but I only just saw all 3 movies back to back at the cinemas, but I feel like when they play them again at Christmas, I'm probably going to go do it again.
You draw far too much attention to yourself. I know what hunts you.
I like that they've got the original voice actors. Or they're probably just lines from the movie, come to think about it. About to unlock Aragon. Sick.
What are they?
They are the Nazgul.
They might. It's weirdly,
At all times,
it's a
they
popular
feel
thing
the
at
presence
Christmas
of
to
the
do
Where are you taking us?
Lord of the Rings marathons, and I think that's because they used to come out during Christmas back in the day. So check around. It's probably not going to be in any of your major cinema franchises, but in Australia we've got lots of little indie cinemas. They're the ones that tend to do the marathons. I haven't actually played Lego Dimensions, mate. Legends. I'm going to end it here because I got stuff to do. I got to go make videos for you, and I've actually got to go to the shop and get something from the chemist for my horrible, horrible disease. But thank you all for hanging out. I love hanging out with you, and as of next week, I'm going to up it to 3 streams. Wednesdays, we're probably going to do streams as well, which will be Tuesdays for most of you. So we'll get to hang out a bit more every week, which will be sick. So, yeah. Love yous. Thanks for hanging out with me, and have a bloody lovely weekend. We'll talk soon, all right? Peace out.